Hello, this is Lacquerography and this is my wish list for December 2025's polish pickup. The theme this month is Maker's Choice, and I've already gone ahead and made a preliminary first impressions wish list. Right now, this month is unbelievable. There are 20 items that are catching my attention this month. Let's dive right in and take a look at those 20 items that have made my preliminary wish list. This first item up is by Baroness X, and this one is called Tinsel. This polish is inspired by vintage tinsel or garland, and tinsel is the sister to last month's Inner Balance. It's a metallic silver shimmer polish with gold metallic magnetic pigment, and luckily for me, it says there is no cap this month. What that means is that in this case, the maker, Baroness X, is able to create as many polishes as are required to fill all orders this month. If there's a limit to what the makers can produce, there will be a numbered cap listing the limit of bottles or items that the maker can commit to creating. If there is a listed cap for an item, what that means is that the maker can only create that listed number of items before the item is considered to be sold out. So back to this polish though. I actually ordered the sister polish to this one. It was released in November 2025's polish pickup, and it's called Inner Balance. And what that one was very much the reverse colorway to this one. The shimmer polish effect was gold with a silver metallic magnetic pull. Now, I haven't received my original polish yet. I actually purchased, I'm a Canadian, so I purchased through a group buy. And it does take a little while for my box for the group buy to get filled up in order for me to get the ultimate savings in shipping and all that good stuff. So I haven't received my polish yet. That's not any fault of polish pickup. It's just the way I go about buying my polishes through a Canadian group buy. I've heard though through swatchers, and I believe for this polish, it might have been the Polished Mage here on YouTube, mentioned that this polish was actually a near one coater. That to me is always appealing. It's really quite terrible, but this year has been so incredibly busy for me that I really haven't been making much use at all of my magnetic polishes. I just haven't had the time. It's kind of unbelievable that I'm admitting that, seeing as though I feel like magnetic polishes have been, in many cases, like the number one trend for all of 2025, especially the velvet effect. The fact that this one is a magnetic that's got such a wonderful formula, according to the Polished Mage, that this one could actually be worn, if I want to, in just one coat. This would make a magnetic polish very attainable for me in these busy and wildly erratic times. Also in the back of my mind, this is really ambitious for me, seeing as though I don't even own the first polish yet, nor this one, nor have I really been wearing my magnetics. But I'm kind of even wondering, this might be a really wild statement for me to be making, considering I haven't even received my first polish, the sister polish Inner Balance, yet from November 2025's polish pickup, nor have I even committed to buying this polish yet. But in the back of my mind, I'm kind of wondering about the interesting nail art type effects, maybe through skittling this polish as well as the sister polish, just to see what kinds of cool magnetic effects I could come up with. I realize that's ambitious. I've got to actually wear magnetic polishes first before I can even dream of that kind of thing. But I just love the idea of having this complete set. I think the overall look of this one is just divine. It's really special. To me, it's an ultimate special occasion polish, not just limited to the holiday season. It could really be for anything where you might want a little bit of bling and elegance. I can't get over the look of that gorgeous gold magnetic line. I feel like that's quite unique. This beautiful metallic magnetic polish is by Baroness X, Tinsel. This next polish up is by Bee's Knees Lacquer, and this one is called Exist in Contradictions. This polish was inspired by Persephone and her ability to rule the depths of the underworld and the beauty of spring. This is a dark blue polish with a mosaic magnetic that upon first glance looks like an ordinary pink multichrome. When magnetized, you will see both a bright pink as well as a bright blue magnetic pigment. Now for this polish, there is a listed cap. It says that there is a cap of 750, So what that means is that this maker, Bee's Knees Lacquer, is committing to creating 750 of these polishes before it's considered sold out. My big Black Friday purchase this year was from Bee's Knees Lacquer, and I did purchase this collection, the Persephone collection. I thought it was stunningly gorgeous. So this one for me is a shoe-in on my list in order to complete my set. Not just that, but oh my gosh, this blue here is absolutely breathtaking. This fall, actually specifically this October, I wore almost exclusively blue nail polishes, kind of completely ignoring the Halloween spooky season. And the reason for that is that my baseball team, the Toronto Blue Jays, actually they're kind of Canada's baseball team, the Toronto Blue Jays, they made it to the World Series. And unfortunately, they lost in extra innings in a heartbreaker in Game 7 against the heavily favored LA Dodgers. But my superstitious self was wearing blue nail polishes all month of October long, right up until the Game 7 of the World Series on November the 1st. And I know my blue collection very intimately. I have nothing quite like this polish at all. This looks like, I don't know, deep waters. I'm intrigued by the fact that it has this pink multi-chrome type aspect. In these swatch photos, I mean, maybe I see a little bit of a hint of pink through here, but my eye is definitely picking up predominantly a blue look. And quite frankly, for me, that is just fine. I love blue nail polishes, and boy, did I ever wear them all this year. And I'm so intrigued by this one. It's completely unique to anything I own. There's also just something magical about the Bee's Knees Lacquer formula. I have many Bee's Knees Lacquer's polishes, and no matter what the color, whether I think it suits me or not, I adore their polishes. There's just something so decadent and perfect about the Bee's Knees Lacquer formulas for me. I love them all. And I know that this one would be a safe bet for me. I would wear it constantly, especially during my superstitious sports seasons. It really is the only time in my life when I'm superstitious. It's for my sports teams. And I just can't get enough of this one. I think this one is one of my top picks this month. This beautiful blue magnetic polish is by Bee's Knees, and it's called Exist in Contradictions. This next polish up is by Cleona Cosmetics, and this one is called Thunder Snow. Inspired by the rare winter phenomenon when thunder and lightning occur with snowfall instead of rain, we added a festive twist by incorporating some warmth in the polish to reflect cheer and celebrations during the holiday season. This polish is described as being an ice storm blue magnetic that pulls to reveal a deep grape base with pearly pink to yellow shifting metallic flakes. And there is no listed availability cap for this polish at this point. I've said already, I'm a Canadian, and Cleona Cosmetics is one of our Canadian makers. In fact, it's located not too far away from me in my home province of Ontario, Canada. I try to support Cleona Cosmetics as often as I possibly can, also through their own website. If you've never checked it out, do check out their offerings. They're pretty incredible. But this is another polish that is just totally, truly unique to anything that I own. This icy blue to purple kind of magnetic effect, and then the components within it are so interesting. Like the pink to yellow shifting metallic flakes. Such a cool look. I've never seen anything like it. I definitely don't own anything like it. This one would be a standout in my collection. I am very much aware that this is my third item and also my third magnetic in a row. And I did admit earlier that I really haven't had the time to be wearing my magnetic polishes. But the one thing I really like about this polish, well, actually there's many things that I like about this polish, but I think I would love wearing this polish no matter what way I choose to wear it. I can see here, this is Caitlin Swatch's swatch photos. She's here on YouTube as well. Check out her video swatches if you want to check it out. But usually when she swatches, in this case anyway, I think I'm absolutely sure this is what I'm seeing. But on the middle two fingers that I'm seeing here in this photo, so in this case it would be her middle finger and her ring finger, it looks like they're done in the cat eye style. Usually the index finger is done in the velvet style, and very often I can't be sure in this photo here, but very often she leaves her pinky finger unmagnetized. If that's the case, this polish is stunningly beautiful in all of its different states. I'm pretty sure that this polish is another top pick of mine this month. This incredible magical magnetic is by Cliona Cosmetics, Thundersnow. This next polish up is by Coloris de Carol, and this one is called Dreaming North. Coloris de Carol Dreaming North is a pastel green aqua pink shifting base with a magnetic multi-chrome effect and blue-green fuchsia gold color shifting flakes. The inspiration for this one is the Aurora Borealis. There is an availability cap with this polish of only 400. So yes, this is my fourth item and also my fourth magnetic polish. It's kind of ridiculous. I know I can't get them all, but this is another one that I just cannot shake from my mind. I've actually never seen the Northern Lights before with my own eyes. Seeing the Aurora Borealis would be quite a bucket list experience for me. And I love it when a nail polish maker can just bottle up the inspiration so expertly. I think that this embodies the Aurora Borealis so beautifully. I view this polish as a true work of art. Those color shifts in here, the magnetic effect, every photo that I'm seeing, and actually unfortunately there aren't too many photos shown here. We have 4 different photo collages, but in every single photo that I'm seeing, I absolutely love the polish. To me, it kind of transcends seasons as well. I find that there is a little bit of an iciness to this polish for the winter. It also has a freshness, which I'd be drawn to in the springtime. I think it would dance in the summer and of course in the fall. I mean, it's got some cozy vibes there as well. There's almost like a sage aspect to me in this pastel green, at least what I'm seeing in these swatch photos anyway. I think this one would truly be seasonless for me. For its magic, for its artistry, this one is another one that is a very strong contender on my wish list this month. This polish that resembles Aurora Borealis bottled up is by Coloris de Carol, Dreaming North. This next polish up is by Cracked Polish and it's called Big Ol' Hoops. Channeling the 90s with this one, Big Ol' Hoops is a deep purple brown with glowing green shimmers. The maker lists here, I loved dark lip liner with shimmering gloss. We have had a pair of big hoops and there is something so nostalgic about dark, moody nails. It's fit for any time of year and instantly makes me feel like a cool kid born in the 90s. There is an availability cap for this polish of 750. Now, I was a kid in the 90s. Actually, I was a teen in the 90s. That certainly dates me. And I loved nail polish looks like this. Now, I didn't actually own any big ol' hoops because I don't actually have pierced ears. There's a neat fun fact about me. Growing up, none of the women in my family actually had pierced ears, so it was not something that my family did for my sister and I. She since did get her ears pierced, but I just never bothered. At that point, I thought, I've been fine without it. I love the look, but it's kind of funny. That is a weird fun fact about me. I don't have pierced ears, or any piercings for that matter. But back to this amazing deep polish. I love brown polishes or brown leaning polishes, and this one has such an elegant, edgy look to it. I love that twinkle that it's getting from these glowing green shimmers, and I also love the fact that it's described as this deep purple brown. I did watch some swatch videos of this polish, and you can actually see as the swatchers are applying the polish, it does have on the first coat kind of a plummy purple kind of look. And then of course with the layering, that's when you really see that brown come into play. I think it's dramatic, it's edgy, it's cool. I can just see myself wearing this with my Doc Marten boots, a dress, some black tights. I love the look of this one, and I can really see it fitting into my regular, everyday, seasonless nail polish collection. Ooh, the colors that you can see here in this macro shot are really something special. Such edge, but yet elegance. It's kind of a rebellious polish, and I'm so here for it. This beautiful edgy polish that brings back memories of the 1990s for me is by Cracked Polish, Big Ol' Hoops. This next polish up is by Cuticula, and this one is called Berry Lit. Berry Lit is a berry base with pink-orange shifting shimmer and silver holographic flakes. Recommended in 2 to 3 coats depending on nail length. And there is an availability cap with this polish as well of only 600. Now, I was really lucky when I was watching some of the swatching videos here on YouTube. Several of the swatchers swatched this polish. And I feel terrible. I can't remember exactly who it was who mentioned it. My mind is kind of going back to perhaps Caitlin swatches or maybe Polish with Ray. But either way, I can remember them comparing this beautiful berry glowy shimmery polish to Coronation by Cirque Colors. I don't own Coronation by Cirque Colors. It's kind of funny. I feel like maybe one of the only people on the planet who doesn't own it, but I just don't. But I really want to own this polish. There's something about the way this polish looked on every single swatcher that I saw video swatch footage of, where it had me coming back to this polish again and again and again. This color is so flattering. The shifts are really magical, and this sparkle from the holographic flakes. I think this one is such a beautiful fall, winter, or really anytime kind of polish. There's quite an elegance to it, and I find that in every swatch photo, these components just look so beautifully balanced. It seems like the base just plays so beautifully with the shimmer, which in turn plays so beautifully with like that perfect amount of holographic twinkle from the flakes. I really can't say enough about the overall look of this polish, and if I owned this one, I don't think I'd miss Cirque Polish's Coronation at all. This one is also incredibly tempting for me this month. Perhaps even another top pick. This beautiful berry leaning polish is by Cuticula, Berry Lit. This next polish up is by Dom Nail Polish, and this one is called Dull My Sparkle, I Dare You. Inspired by a quote from Sparkle Cat, when you're fabulous but ready to cut anyone who messes with your sparkle. This one is a black jelly with pink, orange, and gold shifting shimmer and silver reflective and micro holographic glitters. There's a cap of only 400 for this polish. So this polish is really quite unbelievable. One of my favorite things about Dom Nail Polish is the way that they work with reflective glitter. Reflective glitter is actually a very favorite component in nail polish of mine. Yes, it takes a little bit for me to remove. I tend to soak my nails in like a pot of acetone or use clips in order to deal with removal. It does take me a touch longer than usual, but for me, the overall effect on the nails is so incredibly worth it. The fact that this one is a black jelly and it's got this shimmer, it's a warm shimmer, pink, orange, and gold shimmer, and then the silver reflective glitter, as well as the micro holographic glitters. There is so much happening in this polish, yet it has this delicate look to it. Slightly smoky even from this black jelly. It's really unique. Oh, there's that glow, that sparkle. I do find that reflective glitter just has an unbelievable sparkle, unlike anything else you can get from any other kind of component. Really in any kind of lighting for me as well. I really don't take any advantage of using flash photography or anything like that to showcase the reflective. I just love the way it catches and plays with the light in any lighting condition. I think this swatch photo is breathtaking. Also, I had to go back up to the name of this polish, Dull My Sparkle, I Dare You. In so many ways, I feel like that's like the, I guess not the mantra, but like the maybe, I don't know, rebellious saying that's been kind of going through my mind all year. Dull my sparkle, I dare you. Like anytime I turn on the news, something's been happening with my work year this year as well, where it's just unnecessarily wild and stressful and inconsistent. But yet, the year's still been pretty okay for me. I sometimes have to block all that stuff out. So in a way, I feel like this like anti-mantra or whatever, dull my sparkle, I dare you. It would be so satisfying for me to just know that that's the name of this polish as I'm wearing it and just, shine through daily life as best as you can under some wild and often quite undesirable circumstances. I don't know. I just love this one. This one didn't initially catch my eye, but the more I look at it, the more swatchers I see with this on their nails, the more I think it looks unbelievable on everybody, and the more I think this one looks unmissable for me. I love this one. This beautiful polish with the shimmer and the reflective glitter is by Dom Nail Polish. Dull my sparkle, I dare you. This next polish up is by Garden Path Lacquers, and this one is called Midnight Pyre. The inspiration for this polish is an eternal blaze in the darkness, where endings and beginnings meet. It says this is the 6th official shade in our Midwinter Midnights Volume 3 collection, the rest of which was released on their site in November. The description that goes along with this polish is that it has a clear base that's filled with red holographic micro glitter, silver holographic microflakes, and iridescent blue-purple shifting fairy flakes. This is another polish. I look at it, it makes me sigh. It's gorgeous. This is yet another one that is just so completely, utterly unique to anything at all that I have in my collection. This one is delicate somehow, yet incredibly showy with the amount of sparkle, micro glitter, holographic microflakes, shifting fairy flakes. There's just so much happening in here, and yet it's delicate. I don't know how Garden Path Lacquers is able to do it, but I'm here for it. Now, the other thing that actually makes me a little wistful and sad is I don't own the rest of this collection. Garden Path Lacquers used to be a polish that I was able to get through the incredible Canadian stockist Gracie J & Co. and before that Girly Bits Cosmetics. Now, unfortunately, I know we've had some hard times in Canada in terms of Canada Post strikes as well as tariffs. And unfortunately, Gracie J & Co. is no longer right now open. I'm not quite sure what the status is. I'd love to get my hands on this series of polishes. If they look anything like this polish, I know I would be in love. Anytime I have the chance to get my hands on a really gorgeous Garden Path Lacquers polish through Polish Pickup, I tend to take that opportunity. They are one of my many favorite brands. I have several favorite brands, and they're just so hard for me to get a hold of now. And international shipping from the United States to Canada is so just, risky and expensive. So I haven't made the jump for this collection. But man, this one is so beautiful. The glint from those red micro glitters, you can see it in this macro shot. It's so magical. And this photo here, it's unreal how those fairy flakes are really showing up. It seems like they're just going to dance and shift magically in the light, sort of when you least expect it. They're beautiful. Now, with 20 items that are catching my eye, honestly, I don't know what I'm going to do. I always give bonus points to polishes for creativity and uniqueness, and this one certainly falls into that category. The more unique and unusual a polish is, yes, polishes are all dupable in some way. There will be somebody, I'm sure, that will put out something that looks at least somewhat related to this at some point in the future. But I don't know, there's something just so special about this one. I've never seen anything like it. I can't get this one out of my mind either. I'm in deep trouble this month, and 20 is an impossible number for me to buy. There's no way that's going to happen. But I really don't know at this point what is going to constitute making my final wish list, because I really have to cut it down to at least half. This incredible sparkly polish is by Garden Path Lacquers Midnight Pyre. This next polish up is by Glam Polish, and this one is called A Court of Frost and Starlight. The inspiration for this one is A Court of Frost and Starlight. This one is described as being a blue-gray crelly with shifting iridescent flakies, aurora shimmer, and white glitter mix. There is a cap of only 250 of these polishes. So this is a book series that I own, but I haven't read yet. And I've heard nothing but incredible things. It's just been such a busy year this year. I haven't had the chance to even think about opening a book for my own enjoyment yet. So I'm really looking forward to the holiday season and giving this series a go. This polish, though, is winter magic. I love the overall look of this polish. This one, I've got to think about it. This one might just be my very top pick this month. I'm a little bit worried about saying that because there's only 250 of these being made available this month. I'm working at the time that the shop opens, so the chances of me getting my hands on this polish are slim to none with an availability cap this small. So I don't know what I'm going to do, and I think I have to just keep in mind I can't get my heart too wildly set on this one because I honestly don't think I can make my purchase until the workday is over on Friday, December the 5th. The shop opens at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I don't see it happening for me. Oh, this polish, though, is pure magic. That base color, that blue-gray, it's got kind of a stormy, magical, snowy day kind of look. I could see myself loving it all throughout the winter. It's got a bit of, to me, like a Nutcracker, Snow Queen, fairy princess kind of Christmassy vibe as well. I know I won't get it in time for that, even if I can get my hands on it, but I can't shake that from my mind either. It reminds me of the Nutcracker Ballet too. This one's the ultimate in beautiful winter polishes. That pastel aspect as well makes me think of fresh springtime. I really think that this polish would be more versatile than I could ever imagine in my own life. It's beautiful, it's magical, ethereal, fairy-like, in fact. I really love absolutely everything about it. And I know I talked before about one of the polishes just looking beautifully balanced. I think it was the cuticula. And I feel that way about this polish as well. There's something about the way that you can clearly see that base color, that blue-gray Crelly base. And just perfectly suspended is this wonderful balance between the white glitter mix. You can see both larger and smaller hex glitters in this swatch photo here. And also these flakies. The iridescent flakes look magical. I love this one, and I'm shaking my head now as I'm saying it. I really worry that I'm not going to be able to get my hands on this with a cap of only 250. But, by some miracle, if I can get my hands on it, then that's really quite wonderful. I will be over the moon thrilled. So I love it, but I can't get my hopes up too much. But this one will definitely be in my shopping cart when the shop opens on December 5th at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This beautiful glitter Crelly polish is by Glam Polish, A Court of Frost and Starlight. This next polish up is by KB Shimmer, and this one is called Everything is Pine. I love the poetic descriptions that KB Shimmer provides, so bear with me as I read the whole thing. After a fresh snowfall, there's something magical about snow-covered pine trees. The blue spruce, with their teal-green needles contrasting against the stark white, create a postcard-worthy scene. The twinkle of snow-dusted branches swaying in the breeze adds a beautiful touch to the rows of pines. Their deep green color brings life to the winter landscape, adding vibrancy to what could otherwise be a bland scene. And I, for one, love those evergreen trees. With a deep blue-green base, this polish effortlessly shifts between shades of dark green and deep teal as the color-shifting shimmer catches different lights and angles. In brighter light, twinkling bits of holographic flake add a rainbow flare, mimicking the sparkle of snow on pine boughs. In certain lighting, the green base transforms into a teal-blue hue, allowing the shimmer to take center stage with almost no hint of the green base underneath. Two coats provide full, even coverage for most nail lengths. Luckily, there is no availability cap for this one. This November and December, KB Shimmer has been creating magic for me. I really loved their winter collection that they released. I haven't purchased it yet. There is a stockist for KB Shimmer here in Canada. It's Harlow & Co. And I just haven't made my purchase yet. I was watching my budget a little bit. There's some other life purchases I have to make, so I didn't jump. I knew that this polish pickup was coming up, and usually KB Shimmer does retain their polishes for a long time. They tend not to be a FOMO brand at all. But boy, this polish as well, I think it just goes beautifully with their new winter collection. It's definitely on my wish list, and so is this polish. This blue spruce kind of shade with the twinkle happening through it, I think is incredibly wintry. I find it mesmerizing. I think it's gorgeous. And the fact that it says 2 coats provide full and even coverage for most nail lengths, well, that would probably be me. My nails are quite a short length. And I mean, 2 coats is always welcome in my world. I love how too that in some lighting, this one does have quite a teal type look. I think this one could transcend seasons as well. I think this one might actually be really beautiful in the summertime too, kind of a watery type color with that sparkle like water on an ocean or something like that. It does have a certain depth though, so for me it is also undeniably winter. I think this one is really gorgeous. And those shifts, I love the way that it plays around in the light. I really do find that polishes like these ones need to be seen in natural light to really appreciate their full beauty. This one is elegant and festive, yet to me quite versatile. I'm loving this one as well. This incredible polish is by KB Shimmer, Everything is Pine. This next polish up is by Monarch Lacquer, and this one is called Pandemonium. This polish is inspired by pandas. This polish is a unique mix of tiny matte white glitter and black flake. Overall effect is a concentrated black and white look. Truly a one-of-a-kind polish. And that's what had me adding this one immediately to my wish list. The moment I saw it, I thought I have never seen anything even remotely like this, and I would have a lot of fun with this one in my collection. I find this one quite quirky in a way. Like, I can't exactly figure out, I don't know, how I would wear it or where I would wear it, but I think I would wear it a lot. I'm kind of picturing it as just an interesting look, like with like a little black dress kind of event. It would be a lot of fun just casually with blue jeans or whatever. In a way, this black and white color scheme, especially with the fact that these white glitters are tiny matte white glitters. There's something somehow kind of mod about this one. I'm really loving the vibe of this. Even though it's so entirely unusual, there's something so classic about black and white combination polishes or anything for that matter. And I think for that reason, this one is another top pick of mine. The artistry here is phenomenal. Oh, just look at that texture. It is so cool. And actually the coverage of this one is rather impressive. I'm such a fan. Every swatch photo for this one just keeps getting better and better. I love it. This unique black and white offering is by Monarch Lacquer, Pandemonium. This next polish up is by Night Owl Lacquer, and this one is called The Big Dark. This is a clear base filled with holographic dust and multichrome pigment that shifts indigo, violet, magenta, red. Inspired by the time period during the fall-winter season in Western Washington, referred to as the Big Dark. There is no availability cap for this one. This is a polish where I find it kind of hard to articulate exactly what it is that I love about it. I think part of it is the fact that all of this stuff is happening within this clear-based polish. It gives it a significant lightness to my eye anyway. This is a clear base. It says it's filled with holographic dust and multichrome pigment. So there's a lot of stuff happening there in that clear base. And that sparkle and these shifts all look pretty impressive in these swatch photos. I can't help thinking that this one would be a polish that would really come to life, especially with that clear base in natural light. I think that all those shifts, especially the fact that it's multichrome pigment, also hollow, all of that really comes alive in varied lighting, low lighting, shifting lighting, bright lighting. You'll see very different looks all from one manicure. I love how this deep color kind of has a denim blue jean type of vibe too. To me, that gives it a bit of a seasonless look. Yes, it is kind of dark. It does make me think of fall and winter, but yet I think it's a little bit lightened up by that clear base. There's something rather magical and I think night sky like about this one. Shifting light, kind of a haunting time. Like it really is an elegant polish. It's shifting. I think this is another one that transcends seasons. Also, occasions. I think this one could be a beautiful special occasion polish, but also not limited to that. I think I'd find this polish highly versatile. With a preliminary wish list this huge, I'll really have to see how this one stacks up, but one factor that I'm going to have to think about quite a bit for this one is also how often I would be drawn to wearing it. I think this one has versatility across occasions, across seasons, and because of its wearability and versatility, this one could very well end up in my shopping cart when the shop opens on December 5th. This beautiful shifting and holographic polish is by Night Owl Lacquer, the Big Dark. This next polish up is by Painted Polish, and this one is called Bling in the New Year. The inspiration for this one is the ball drop on New Year's Eve in Times Square. The description that goes along with this one is that it's a mix of pink and gold holographic galaxy glitters, as well as gold and silver reflective glitters, and black flakies in a clear base. It's formulated to be a full coverage glitter in 2 to 3 coats, but can also be used in 1 coat as a topper. And luckily here, there is no availability cap listed. Now, whereas I was talking about the incredible versatility, I think for casual, special occasion, across seasons for the last polish, wow, do I ever see this one as a show-stopping special occasion polish. This one looks so blingy. Like you can just see in this swatch photos, there's a lot of rainbow action happening here. And if it's doing that in this swatch photo, I would adore seeing this one in natural lighting, in real life. I think this one would be absolutely show-stopping. Along with those rainbowy hollow sparkles though, I am loving the addition of these black flakies. To me, I don't know why I'm thinking this. Well, probably the special occasion effect of it, but it's making me think like black tie. I don't know. There's something about those black flakies that just seems so like black gown, tuxedo. That's really not a type of thing that's very present in my own life. But wow, I can really create that narrative in my mind there about what this polish stands for and represents. This one is really incredible. This swatch photo here, this one is Polished with Ray. This one is really helping me make up my mind about a polish like this one. I love the way she approached this polish in her swatch video here on YouTube. I'll make sure to put the link down below. But I love the way she showed this polish on its own. You can see that in her index finger and her middle finger. And then her ring finger and baby finger, you can see that there's kind of a gray under polish that she used, some sort of a gray undie. And I love the way this one looks in both ways. By picking this like gray taupe underneath color, this undie to go with it, it showcases every aspect of this polish. And I think if you wear it in just one coat over like a taupe gray kind of color, I mean, wow, to me, it takes this blingy black tie New Year's Eve polish that you would wear on its own and somehow layering it with this taupe gray, it becomes a beautiful polish still, but a little bit more versatile in the way that you can layer it and wear it using that particular base color. Like I'm in love with this one. I love the way you can play with it. It looks completely effective as a topper. You wouldn't want to top it, I don't think, on top of black. You'd lose the flaky effect. But wow, I mean, I think this one could be really interesting if you play with maybe some off-whites perhaps, or I don't know, some icy blues. Maybe a red, I don't know, but I am in love with the look of it over this taupe gray. Stunning. This one, surprise, surprise, is yet another top leaning pick of mine this month. This one is really phenomenal. This versatile polish is by Painted Polish, Bling in the New Year. This next polish up is by Paradox Polish, and this one is called Cozy Weather. Inspired by the cold rain and fog of the season, taking a rest with a family, getting cozy in a big fuzzy blanket in front of the fireplace, drinking hot chocolate. Cozy Weather is a light gray acrylic with light blue reflective glitter, pink flake, pink gold iridescent flake with scattered hollow. And there is no availability cap for this one. For me, I love that this one is called Cozy Weather. I'm loving kind of the ironic juxtaposition here of the cozy base, this light gray acrylic base. But then there's kind of these subtle, but also not very subtle, blingy elements happening within it too. There is this light, cozy, dreamy, ethereal look about it, but yet there is reflective glitter in here. That causes a really flashy, special sparkle that you can't really get from other components. But also you've got this pink flake and pink and gold iridescent flake, as well as hollow happening here. Somehow it maintains a cozy look, but yet there's all these components in here that could really bring out the bling. This one fascinates me. I do overall sense that cozy vibe, but it's all these other things involved in here that make me think that this polish would just come alive in all different lighting. I think this one is kind of maybe an underdog top pick for me. I can't get this one out of my mind. I haven't heard too many people talking about this one either. And there's just something about it, this subtle, cozy, sparkly magic. I don't know. I think this one could really be something special in my collection. I do tend to wear browns, grays, neutral polishes quite a lot. Actually, 2025, with how busy it was this year, I was drawn to polishes with this type of a base color, whether it's this or beige or brown or any kind of neutral, quite a lot, just because of its versatility for my life. But wow, this one is like that, like to the nth degree. Like I can't really say enough about this one. The more I look at it, the more I fall in love. This one is such an underdog top pick for me. But I think this one might very well end up in my shopping cart and coming home with me when the shop is finally open on December 5th. This unique gray acrylic polish is by Paradox Polish, Cozy Weather. This next polish up is by Phoenix, and this one is called Succulents. The description that goes along with this one, it says, inspired by these beautiful plants in your colors. There is a cap for this one of only 400 being made available. I'm a green lover, and boy, did this one ever catch my attention. This one is so, mesmerizing. It's beautiful. It's yet another magnetic. There's so many magnetics right now that are on my wish list. It's actually almost embarrassing considering how little I've pulled my magnetics this year. Oh my gosh, this green though, with that shimmer, like that purple running through it, this one looks so, just utter magic. There's a few times I've mentioned magic, but this one is green magic, and that one just gets me right in my heart. Now, the one thing that makes me think that this one is a true underdog for my final shopping cart is the fact that I know Phoenix Indie Polish does have smaller size bottles. So this one, for its price per milliliter, would be a little bit more expensive for me. And so right there, I may have to rule this one out unless I just see so many swatch photos where I think I can't live without it. I could live without it. I mean, it is nail polish. I'm being dramatic, but I don't know. I love green. This one is really unique. It's shifty. That magnetic effect actually with these multi stripes here, that is really interesting. And I love the way the purple shows through. It's murky yet vibrant. I love that contrast there with those secondary colors. Two of my favorite colors in life, actually. My favorite colors in life. Green is number one, but also just behind that is orange and purple. So I love this color combination. These are two of my favorite colors combined together in a gorgeous polish. But yeah, I just am aware that with a wish list this big, with the number of milliliters, I actually don't have that information right here. I can't see it in these swatch photos. I see that there is a link here to bottle sizes, but I'm not going to go into it right now. But I do know that at $13.50 a bottle, I am looking at something that is a little bit smaller of a bottle size with this brand. But you know what? If it's really one that I feel strongly about, I would have to knock others off my wish list in order to justify purchasing this one budget-wise. It is so beautiful though. I mean, look at that. Wow. It's like perfection. The more I look at it, the more I want it. But I know that this one for me, this one's an outsider for sure. But I had to include it on my wish list. I'll have to see as the shop opens what happens with this one. It's still really gorgeous. This beautiful green magnetic is by Phoenix Succulents. This next polish up is by Psyche Minerals, and this one is called We're Shattering the Silence. We're Shattering the Silence is inspired by K-pop Demon Hunters, which follows our December collection. This polish is a juicy purple jelly loaded with purple reflective glitter, iridescent blue-violet flakes, and silver hollow micro flakes. There are only 300 of these being made available. Now, I haven't seen K-pop Demon Hunters at all yet. I actually don't have the streaming service that this is available on in Canada. I hope, though, that maybe over the holidays I might be able to be somewhere where I can watch it with some friends or whatever, because I think I would love it. I know the music is so much fun. The kids at the school where I teach are obsessed with the music, and it's pretty fantastic. Oh, but this polish. So I really have no concept of how this one relates with the overall aesthetic of K-pop Demon Hunters. This polish, this is such a gorgeous, this is a juicy purple jelly. It's such a beautiful grape purple, really vibrant looking. But it's this finish by Psyche Minerals that I have become just so almost addicted to. I have quite a few at this point, and I definitely don't have a purple by them that is anywhere near as vibrant as this. The way Psyche Minerals combines a base color, usually a jelly base, with reflective glitter, iridescent flakes, and hollow flakes is just unlike anything I've ever really seen. Actually, it was kind of funny. Earlier this week, I wore one of their polishes. It was an orange, very much in this same type of finish family. And the students at my school went absolutely wild for this orange polish. And I totally agree. I mean, orange, purple, these are all favorite colors of mine in life. Oh, there's just such magic within a bottle of Psyche Minerals polish in this kind of finish. Yes, it does have reflective glitter in it. Yes, it does have quite a thick application, but to me, it's in a good way because it's all these incredible components just balanced so beautifully to produce this overall blingy, magical effect. You can see the effect of the reflective glitter in any kind of lighting situation. You can also see iridescent flakes as your hands shift around, and of course, hollow. I mean, who doesn't love hollow? I certainly love hollow. This polish would be a welcome addition to my Psyche Minerals collection. My collection of their polishes is ever growing through collaboration boxes like Polish Pickup. There actually is no stockist for them in Canada that I'm aware of. So I've been acquiring most of my polishes through Polish Pickup. Oh, I would love to add this one to my collection. This one is really a vibrant, beautiful, grapey purple. And can I also give an honorable mention too to its name? We're Shattering the Silence. Again, I feel like this one is another great mantra or saying or just words to consider, to hold on to for 2025. I don't know, being advocates in our own way, no matter what it is in life, no matter what your stance is. I know clearly what my own stance is, but oh boy, in 2025, it has been harder and harder to stay silent when the world around just seems to be in such an odd sense of turmoil. I know I would have great satisfaction, not just owning this polish, but knowing in the back of my mind that it's got this name, We're Shattering the Silence. I realize here that the name refers to something in K-pop Demon Hunters, but to me, it's a bigger idea than just that. It's something to keep in mind in my own life. Shattering the silence in life, that's something I really believe in terms of maintaining or preserving rights and freedoms and all these things for people in my own life, in my own area in Canada. And I don't know, being that advocate, there's something so satisfying about this polish and its name. This is a purple polish that I love on so many levels. This beautiful purple with the reflective glitter and all the other beautiful components is by Psyche Minerals. We're shattering the silence. This next polish up is by Rogue Lacquer, and this one is called Deep Dive. For December PPU, Rogue was inspired by tropical fish. It goes on to say, I had been planning an anniversary trip and snorkeling locations, and all the beautiful fish inspired this shifty polish. Deep Dive is a purple magenta to green sparkling multichrome with green small glowy green glass flakes. And luckily there's no availability cap for this one. Just in this swatch collage here, you can really see the variation in effects for this polish. To me, it looks equally beautiful on any skin tone. I love the way how it's got that shifty base color, that kind of multi-chrome base, and then these glowy flakes in there as well. It really does shift from almost a red to orange to gold to green, and then here into blue and purple. Like, it really does seem like a rainbow of a multi-chrome base. I'm kind of wondering here, it's got a different type of a look. It almost looks in this upper left swatch photo here that perhaps the swatcher has used maybe a matte top coat. It's got a different kind of look, and I like this look too. Yeah, I think this one is perhaps with that matte top coat. You know, I can't really be sure, but just the way this multi-chrome seems to be shifting from like purple to pink to almost an orangey red to a gold, and the way those flakes are standing out, it looks like that top coat was applied, and what a magical look. And here I'm seeing it lean a little bit more to the cooler color range with the base. This one looks like such a chameleon of a polish. And oh my gosh, those shifts, like really in any lighting, on any swatcher, this polish is magical. This one at first did not make my wish list when I first glanced at it, but the more I've watched swatchers' videos and then come back to the photos, I mean, in every swatch photo, in every swatch video, I like this polish more and more and more. This one would be another highly unique polish in my collection. I have nothing like it. This is pretty remarkable. This beautiful multi-chrome flaky polish is by Rogue Lacquer Deep Dive. This next polish up is by Royla Lee, and this one is called, this is the A of a Killer, Bella, and I'll leave it at that. You can read the rest of it. It says in the description, we were inspired by Twilight movie humor. This is a black tinted base with green to blue shifting shimmer, silver reflective glitter, holographic glitter, and scattered hollow. Luckily, there is no availability cap for this one. Oh my gosh, this label from Royla Lee is hilarious. And wow, what a beautiful polish. I'm really intrigued by the fact that this one is described as having a black tinted base. And then with all these components in it, it's got this lightness, but I do see how it's got a little bit of this grounding and something a little bit darker and smokier. Really interesting and creative approach to a polish like this one. I definitely don't have anything like that in my collection. Again, I love reflective glitter in polishes. This one I think would be so shifty and magical. Again, beautiful in any kind of lighting situation. Ooh, and those shifts. I'm seeing here kind of a mint to green to blue to purple. I mean, really, this is really something very shifty, very sparkly, and I suppose very Twilight. This is yet another incredibly unique polish, and I mean, I've got to say, this one is another top pick of mine this month. My budget can't handle 20 polishes, and yeah, this one is going to be one that would be hard for me to pass up this month. This one, I think, is another very strong contender for my shopping cart. This beautiful sparkly polish is by Royla Lee. This is the A of a Killer, Bella. This next polish up is by Stella Chroma, and this one is called Fair Isle. Fair Isle is inspired by a technique used to knit amazing winter sweaters. It has a creamy olive green base with silver holographic flakies and a strong red gold shimmer. It's opaque in 2 to 3 coats. Luckily, again, there is no availability cap for this one. Now this month I actually have 2 top picks. This one is the second one. I love this golden but yet olive green base. This one is really quite special. Stella Chroma is a brand that I try to get a hold of whenever I can. They're an American brand. I'm here in Canada. There is no stockist here for Stella Chroma, so I have made one purchase in the past directly from Stella Chroma. And wow, I adore every single polish I own from them, and I wish I owned more. So I have the feeling that, I love the look of this polish, and the fact that it's Stella Chroma, I think I can be pretty sure that I will adore this one. I love how in this swatch photo here, you can really kind of see that olive base. And there is, I guess with that red gold shimmer, it's kind of a coppery type shimmer. I'm loving the contrast there. It's like that kind of murky green with that copper flare that's like a green and orange loosely. But that's a favorite color combination of mine in life. I'm also a knitter, and I know exactly what they're talking about by Fair Isle being the inspiration for this one. I have actually knit a Fair Isle sweater once before. I know exactly what the inspiration is here. I also loved the collection that Stella Chroma came out with for this Black Friday season. It was all knitting technique inspired. And wow, some of those knitting techniques were ones that I'm actually afraid of. Steeking, cutting your knitting. It's like one of my worst nightmares. I don't know that I could actually ever try that in life. It takes so long to hand knit something. Anyway, I loved that entire collection, both for what it was inspired by, but also the look. And I would love to own this one. I love the look. I love the inspiration. And hopefully one day I can get my hands on the rest of the set, because I do know that this one does go with their November release polishes in a really perfect, seamless way. Oh, this polish just is everything to me. It's autumny, but it's also it's beautiful. I love it. This olive green, hollow, shimmery polish is by Stella Chroma, Fair Isle. This last item on my wish list is by Sweet and Sour Lacquer, and this one is called The Wrong Shade of Right. This one is described as being a burnt neon orange with blue, violet, pink shimmer. And there's a cap for this one, again, of only $250. I feel like that is another cap that is incredibly small. As I said, I can't actually shop until probably after my workday on Friday. I think this polish might be long gone, so I have to be careful about getting my heart set on this one. Right off the top, this is a favorite old color combination of mine. Years ago, I had a cardigan that was an orange. It was actually a hand knit looking cardigan, bright orange though. And it had this incredible magenta, hot pink edging around the edges of this cardigan. In a way, like, the tweed Chanel jacket kind of look. It was a shape kind of like that. It was like an orangey tweed cardigan with an equally vibrant pink edging around the edges of this cardigan. I loved it, and I don't know if I wore it out or whatever happened to it. But anyway, this colorway has always stuck with me as a favorite, and this was an immediate add to wish list for me. The idea that this one is a neon burnt orange fascinates me. I'm not exactly sure what's happening here. I'm guessing that might be black light being shone over here, and it is creating that glow because it's a neon. I don't really see any notes about its reactivity or anything like that, but that's certainly what my eyes seem to be picking up over here. I do love the fact that this one isn't just your typical neon orange. Like, it truly does have that burnt orange aspect to it. And the fact that this is a neon burnt orange, I think this one would be incredible to see in real life, to see what that vibrancy would be like. But I'm also seeing here, like, I love in this upper, well, actually in all these swatch photos here, you can really see some of those shifts happening. I'll try to hover here if it works. But like, you can really see that burnt orange look shifting into the pink. And then the other fingers in that upper left, I'm really seeing that shift into pink there. In the swatch photo beside it, I mean, really from finger to finger, you can see it's almost like a gradient effect because of that shift. It's so appealing to me. In a way, this is such a kind of bizarre color offering for this time of year, for December, heading into the winter, for my part of the world anyway. I realize that climates worldwide vary wildly, but wow, this one is really appealing to me. It is totally unique. It really stands out among all the other offerings this month, and this one is another polish that could really be a dark horse to be added to my shopping cart this month. This really interesting polish, this burnt neon orange with these pink shifts. This one is by Sweet and Sour Lacquer, the wrong shade of right. So that's it for my enormous 20-item wish list for polish pickup. The shop opens on December the 5th at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it remains open until December 8th. So I'm wondering, are you planning on shopping polish pickup this month? If you are, which items are catching your eye? Also, oh my goodness, please, I would love all your help with my wish list. This is out of hand this month, but these makers have just created brilliance. Please feel free to add all your comments. I'd love to know your picks out of my wish list too. Help me out. We can continue on the conversation in the comments long after. If you enjoy wishlisting content like this, please consider giving this video a like. It indicates to me that you enjoy content similar to this, and in the months ahead, I'll try my best to produce content like this as often as I can. As well, if you enjoy nail-related content in general, please consider subscribing. I release nail-related content as often as I possibly can, and by subscribing, you won't miss out on any of the fun. I have lofty goals for this channel in 2026. It was a really hectic year in 2025, so I hope you might stick with me in 2026, and we'll see what kind of amazing content we can create together. I appreciate all your input as well if you have any requests. From me, a Canadian nail content creator. Thank you so much for joining me this month. Happy shopping, and also Happy New Year. Hopefully I'll see you again in the next one. Take care. Bye.